Cat and I play red. Usually we don't play very many two-player games. Obviously things have changed. So I'm quite excited to have a look at the Rival Networks. The Networks is the multiplayer version designed by Gil Hova, published by Formal Ferret Games. Rival Networks is the two-player version. So let's have a look at it. In the Rival Networks, the two of you will play television executives vying for the most viewers. So we've squished everything up a bit to get it on camera. When you play it, I don't advise you playing it like this. So please bear in mind, we're trying to make it so you guys can see everything. So this is our main playing area. We have D20 TV versus VMD TV. Each player will start with 3 pretty low ranking TV programs, including Get to Know Your Lower Colon, Unlocking Your Cat's Psychic Potential, and Wide World of Forks, which is harder to say than you'd think. Each player randomly starts with a star in their green room. The other side of the board is your rerun section. So when you cancel a show, it's going to go into your rerun section. The game is played over 3 seasons and scoring occurs at the end of each season. So we're currently season 1 and these are the 3 programs available. We have the National Basketball Association, the Good Mace and the Burp. And then these are our scoring cards for the round. So at the bottom we have the Season 1 awards and the Season 2 awards. The Season 3 awards are kept hidden until you actually get to Season 3. So you know what you're going to try to score for the first 2 seasons, and you need to kind of take some guesses on this. So let's have a look. That's our current programs available. We then have stars, the purple cards, and adverts, the turquoise cards, available. These kind of come in pairs, so when you take these, you must take the matching pair. So those two, or those 2. Then we have our network cards. So there are 3 available on the display. When you take one, they're replaced. And the cost is shown up the top here. Your stars here will help improve your viewer rating by the number shown here. And your adverts will generate revenue for you that you can use to buy these network cards. The network cards will give you various bonuses. We'll have a look at some of them as we move along with gameplay. We also have our mega stars here. There are a few tricks that will allow you to have mega stars. Fundamentally, they're all the same, but the opinionated cat is obviously the best. Let's have a look at the main board. On the main board we have 3 time slots. We have 8, 9 and 10 p.m. and the markers here indicate the viewers for each of those time slots. Currently our programs are a bit rubbish, so they're all at 0. So randomly selected VMD network is going first. So the first thing we're going to do is choose a program that we want to show. The symbols at the top here represent the different time slots. So if I were to take the Good Mace, because I love that show and it's just a really good pun, if I place it on the 9 p.m. slot, it will get me 3 viewers. If I place it in any other slot, it's only going to get me 1. So I'm going to take that. The biennial county bubble wrap popping tournament is going to go into my rerun section, and the good mace goes here, giving me 3 viewers. So 1, 2, 3. Now I've gone past the little eye symbol there, so I get a viewer token. More on them later, but that's what you need to win. Next, I can have a look at the stars and adverts that are available. So I'm actually going to go for this pairing here. So these go into my green room until I decide to use them. The first 2 phases of each round you must play. So you must take a program, you must select a star and an advert. The next 2 phases are optional, but I can choose to place stars onto a show. Now this star I took here will only gain me points if it's on an action or a sitcom show, which the good mace is. The starting stars are slightly different. You can see they've got the different colours, so they actually work on any show. Now during this phase I can select any number of stars and place them onto a single show. So I'm going to take these 2 and place them onto the good mace, which will get me another 3 points, which means I gain another viewer. Pop that there for now. Then I can choose to spend my advertising revenue if I want. Now again, these have the symbols representing the time slot. If I'm currently in the lead on the indicated time slot, this will give me $4 million. If I'm not, I can still get 1 from it. Now I am in the lead on the 9 PM slot. So it's 4 million. However, I can't afford any of the network cards available, 5, 6 and 6. So for now, I'm going to leave my advertising card in the green room and build that up. Now, at the end of my turn, everything will restock. So new show, new advert and new star pairing. And the play will move to the next player. So let's have a look at what they might want. So I'm going to, I need to have a look at the awards and see what we get. So 2 shows of the same genre, that's quite tricky, isn't it? I'm going to take the burp. So the burp has the nighttime symbol, so it's a 10 PM slot. So I'm going to pop that there. My emergency broadcast test hour goes to the rerun section. And because this is in the correct slot, it gets me 4 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 viewer. Now again, I'm going to go over and have a look at the stars and adverts. There's not very much there that matches my lineup. However, these do. So let's take that pairing, pop them there. Odour onion perfume, sounds delicious. And again, because I have my starter star and this matches, I can place these 2 on the burp. So basically we're both fighting over the same time slot. I'm then going to move up 4 points, 1, 2, 3 on this track. I went past 1 eye, so I get 1 viewer. We'll talk a bit about these in a bit. That goes in front of me, that goes in my green room. I'm not in the lead on this time slot, so I'd only get 1 million. So it's pointless even looking at the network cards for now. So again, we restock our stars, our adverts and our programs. So then play moves to the next player. Play will continue, until the season finale card is drawn. So let's take those and pop that there. As soon as the season finale card is available, any player can choose to select it rather than one of the programs and end the round. You still finish your turn, so instead of taking a program, you take the season finale card. You'll then take your star and advert pairing, place them, possibly spend your adverts to gain network cards, and then you're going to score the end of the season. So let's have a look at how we do that. The season finale card actually tells us how we score. So the first part here is to have a look at the 3 time slots and see who's winning. So on the 8 PM time slot, yellow's in the lead. The 9 PM blue is in the lead and the 10 PM yellow is in the lead. So yellow has an overall lead and will gain 1 viewer for each time slot they're ahead on. So in this case, they'd get 2 viewers. Oops. Then, because blue didn't win that, they gain a star. So randomly draw a star from the top and pop it in their green room. So then we move on to score the season 1 awards. These are actually random. There's a whole selection of cards and you just randomly select 1 for season 1, 1 for season 2 and 1 for season 3 at the start of each game. So the first thing, win the 8 PM time slot. So yellow is in the lead on the 8 PM time slot, so they take a viewer. The next one have exactly 1 action show in their lineup. Neither of us have any. Oh, no, that's a rerun. Neither of us have any action shows. And then 2 shows of the same genre in your lineup. Now, I may or may not have planned this, but I've got 2 reality shows, so I get a star in my green room. Also, if I were to gain 3 reality shows, even if they were over here in my reruns, I gain a genre bonus. These are on a handy player aid here. So there's a bonus for each of the different genre. Every time you get 3 in your total display, you get to take the bonus shown here. There's also a neat little reminder at the bottom of the cards here. So the drama here gives you a mega star. The sports ones give you some of these little viewer tokens here that bump your views up. Some allow you to draw stars, draw adverts, etc. So there's a different one for each genre and they're on this handy little guide here. So that is our scoring for the end of the round. So now comes the fun part. We get to put all of our viewers into their house. Now, I just have to say, these houses are awesome. There's a little, I don't know how well you're going to see this, little ferret on the TV there, which of course we love. There's a little cat on the roof, little satellite dish. These are amazing. They're very, very neat. And of course, where do TV viewers go? In their house. So, end of the round, both players are going to do that. Then we're going to clear everything. So, the season 1 awards scored, put that there. we clear the leftover programs, which you probably wouldn't have in a real game. We clear all of these, don't we? Absolutely everything. These all go, these all go. And we draw new cards. So, oops. That one will go there. That one. Bob's Game Bar. I haven't seen that one before. That's cute. There we go. So, everything restocks. Oops. We need some more programs. And the player order will change. Battle Tots. I'd totally watch that. There's so many of these shows that I think are probably better than their originals. So, who went first? I went first, didn't I? No, blue went first. So this round, I'd go first. So, let's have a look. You'll notice that these programs are scoring higher than the previous ones. Except none of the stars match up. I've got all this drama. I've got loads of drama stars. I'm going to look at the Poncho Academy just because it makes me giggle and most people will get the reference. So, the Poncho Academy needs to go at the 9 PM slot. And this is where we step things up a bit. The Good Mace is cancelled. So, that goes over to your reruns. Your starting star stays, the rest are discarded. Now you have nothing showing there, so you're going to go back to 0. Then Poncho Academy is going to come in. It's in the right time slot, so it's going to be 5 points and 2 viewers. Then again, we take a star and advert combo, here and here, and have a look at what stars we want to place. There's only actually this one. We seem to have loads of drama stars and no drama programs. Let's pop that there. Up to another viewer. And have we got enough money for anything? We have 4. Oh, so we do. So let's, just as an example, let's use the Potatonator. I hadn't seen that before. So the Potatonator, we are in the lead on this time slot, so it gives us 4 million. So we're going to buy flexible schedule. So we're going to take this card, pop it in the green room, and we can actually choose to play that at any point we want. And that's going to give us 2 rating points to a single show. So for now, I think it's probably best to keep that there. And we can use those when we want to bump something up a bit. Play will continue in the same way until we reach the end of season 2. When someone takes the season finale card, then score again the same. So score on who's winning and losing on the tracks, with viewers for people winning and stars for people not winning, and score the season 2 awards. Restock everything and off you go into season 3. Season 3 plays in exactly the same way. However, the awards for season 3, you tend to get better bonuses. If at any point players tie for these awards, both players get the benefit. At the end of season 3, people are going to reveal their houses and the player with the most viewers is the winner. Obviously, this is a very sad little pile of 5 viewers. In an actual game, you'll have a lot more. Obviously, in this game, we haven't gained loads of adverts. We haven't necessarily had loads of money to buy network cards. So let's have a quick look at some of the bonuses. 4 rating points to any shows in any distribution. Now these just sit by the side, they can be played at any time, so sometimes you might be better off holding these in reserve and pulling them out as big guns when you need them. Draw 3 stars, put 2 into your green room and discard the remaining. But don't forget, with stars, you can only ever place onto 1 show in a turn. So having loads of stars is great, but you don't want them all hanging around in your green room working for nothing. Ooh, take 1 mega star. These were the ones that I showed you earlier. They're just big stars, so 3 points, and they can go anywhere. So they're pretty neat to have. Here we go. All-star cast. You can ignore genres when placing stars. So these network cards give you all sorts of bonuses that apply to stars, to adverts, to ratings. They're well worth getting if you've got the money. If you do spend adverts to buy them, you don't get change. So you do need to kind of balance on what they're worth and how much you want to spend for cards. So bear that in mind. The rival networks gives you, I think, pretty much most of the gaming experience of the networks, but as a 2-player game. It's still got all the really bad puns that we love, like the Good Mace, Poncho Academy. Some of them are obviously American programs, so you won't necessarily know them. If not, I recommend you buy the British expansion for the standard networks, which was a lot of fun. But check it out. I know the Kickstarters are just being delivered now. I'm assuming it's about to hit retail. So if you didn't back it, have a look, it's out there. Rival Networks from Gil Hova at Formal Ferret Games. Lot of fun. The rule book overwhelmed us a bit, to be honest. And then when we started playing, we're like, oh, actually, this is much easier than the rule book made it sound. If the base game is too easy for you, there's also a little expansion that comes in this box. If I can find the right set of cards. There's cards everywhere. Executive expansion. We haven't played with these yet. We've been quite happy playing the base game. These add a load more stuff. We have Butcher, Cable. Looks a bit like Boris. So you can add more. We haven't felt the need to yet. It might be after, I don't know, dozens of plays you want to add more. Brilliant. There's more to be had. Obviously, with the stars and the programs and the awards, there's loads of variability. You're very unlikely to see the same combination of programs scheduled. We liked it. Rival Networks, check it out now. Hope you liked this video. If you did, click like and subscribe. Follow me on the socials, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I play Red. Come and say hello. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.